Okay. Man. 11:26 on the watch. What's on here? Wait a minute. Let me look again. What the heck? Oh, my bad. 10:26 on my watch. Man. Okay. Okay. Wow. Anyway. And it's 10. Okay, now it's 10:26 on that phone. Okay. Let me stop because this is Wrigley table. I always had this plastic table with a, tablecloth on it. All the places I moved to one of the condos, or different apartments. Now I got a house. I might as well go and get a real table, but not a. I'm not. If I did get a real table, it's not going to be big as hell. I tell you that. It's going to be maybe a good size to fit. Like this one is maybe 4 people. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And just like I had the Christmas Eve party, I'll use one of those plastic, you know, long tables like one I got in the closet in there that my mom gave me. Use that one still, you know what I mean? For extended with the tablecloth on it, more place people sit like that, you know what I mean? Because I'm very, for real, after being a mover, certain times like my different summer job was being a mover for Arpins, Golden Services, and then I did the 2 jobs at the same time with one of certain security job, then the moving company. Yeah, that was like my both jobs at a certain time. I always did it kind of like in the summer for some reason. I don't know. I think it was always a certain hiring time at Gordon Services at the time for summer gigs. 'Cause in order to get like I think on like mainly full time there, it was a certain like hiring period or something. I don't know, something. It was something weird like that. It was something weird at the time. But Franklin on here, Franklin. I'm talking about homeboy that gave me the Wakanda. Um, I'm gonna get this closer to this iPad, so I won't be looking too far, in between both. So it look like, you know what I'm saying? My eyes, like I guess how people be probably on the news and stuff. How many cameras or something they looking at? You know what I'm saying? Like look at it. You try to get both at the same time or something. Probably look cross-eyed like when I be looking at it. But anyway, I try to be funny, certain times. My family, are most like the men that's gone or passed away, all the funny guys, funny uncles, my father, you know. I got my brother and some of my cousins, we still heck of funny. But we just don't see each other that much, that's about it right now. Oh, yeah. But I was trying to get Facebook on too. The titles of these pretty much I give up. Because I did the Sunday school lesson I supposed to done on the third Sunday on here the other day, and about workplace, how to be in the workplace, and how to treat each other in the workplace in a society. Man, once again, I guess like the test of like immediately, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I go to work, bam, it's like either my enemies or so-called friends listen to this shit. Fuck it, I'm cussing. I said I was gonna not cuss. I'm gonna stop cussing when I don't know. I will one of these days. I mean, not for the rest of my life though, but I guess over the internet or who could see me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because Pastor Reverend Russian, rest in peace, used to tell me and others, Michael, you can do anything in the privacy of your own home. Okay, as long as you certain things, if you a certain position or whatever in life, if you're not out in the open and broad, where people can see you doing everything, and you know that's when they get hypocritical, and you know everybody started to judging and blah 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 blah. So, Pastor Reverend Russian, I know in spirit and truth, meaning, and I say spirit and truth, meaning in spirit, as you can hear me, you know what I'm saying. Uh, Pastor Russian, I understand that. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes I may go about and buy people a person a 6-pack of beer or something, and yeah, maybe somebody will be like, "Oh, he's back drinking again," but realistically, it's not for me. It just be like a particular person I know, they still drink and they don't want to get out the car. But who gonna see the person buying the beer? Y'all gonna see me, but it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? And yes, in the Bible it say, be careful not to give your brother or whoever something that may cause them to fall. You know, like a certain substance and whatnot, because some substances and whatever, like one brother named Brandon, I think Brandon Lee, Brandon Jones from my home, I say is a friend to me that I work with. Even if I didn't work at this place no more, I think Brandon Jones would be like cool with me for life. Even he talked about drugs sometimes. Said some people they do certain stuff, uh, they's gone forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a particular person, certain drugs they was on, they're not the same since. You know what I mean? Not the same since they used to be talk normal. I mean, you want to say so-called normal. Then afterwards, they're whatever they did, they talk like, "Hey man, everything's good, Mike. I mean, they seem that they there, they still cool, but just it's like it's not the normal, you know, how you think certain people talk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, certain drugs be like that on people, and some people out here they want you to probably get to that state, like where you're not normal no more. You know what I mean? Even me to certain people, I'm not normal, maybe to you or whoever, but you know what I'm saying. Just certain cognitive responses, abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things, gotta be careful. You know, where some people don't come back. Okay, all right, and and maybe so. People believe in the power of miracles and healing. From the Creator. God. The Most High. Whatever names you want to use, I know that's Most High. Okay, I know a lot of different godly names, but I know it's Most High and other names from dating back to. Let me see if I can point to. Well, some of this right here. This is like Ampu with his fist up, known as Anubis. That is like something else, something else, something else. Anyway, never mind. I don't got to go into all that. But I gotta go back to what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna order that thing about memory again, like because I remember certain stuff. Like someone tells me, you remember what you want to remember. I guess I remember what triggers my emotion, or maybe start a flight, or maybe I remember something that's is telling me in my head like I'm gonna say it like this. It's like I may remember something that it may be like threatening to my life, and some threatening to me verbal speech. And some people say, "Oh, people so sensitive," or people can't take a joke. People blah blah blah. Well, maybe in my mind, certain things is life or death, or how you say shit to me. So I remember that. All right. Maybe how you treat me, whatever. If something says to me a certain way, just like people when they get in a fight and they don't want to fight on, they like, I gotta kill this person now. Like some people like that. Some people out there, they think you get in a regular fight. Like, oh, it's gonna just last a couple seconds. Let me 5 good minutes. No, that other person thinking like, this person trying to kill me. And then some, hey. So that's probably how I maybe think. I just kind of came with that out of nowhere in my mind right now, but baby, that's probably really what's deep going on in me when people say certain things. People say, "Oh, you're so sensitive, you open minded." Uh, you know, uh, mm, mm. I could go back to looking at younger pictures when I used to be in the ground, my great grandmother's house in Alabama, playing with toys. Somebody took a picture of me playing with toys. How um, carefree I look, no worries. You know what I'm saying? Like just most of my old pictures is how happiness I looked. But like they said, with this society here in America, they say they love the brown baby boys and whatever little girls to a certain extent. You look cute, when you're little and all that stuff. Oh, you're so this, you're so that. But as soon as you get a teenager or whatever, right, that whole the dynamics change of how they see you. Then you're no longer this cute. You're some kind of threat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though stuff's date back, say most people with this hue, um, never mind. Never mind. I ain't gonna go into it because I'm tired of talking about it. Starting hearing the 1,500 million, you know what I'm saying? YouTube videos and everything. you know, just tired of talking about the stuff. But both of these, I was trying to get on Facebook. This is all just pretty much called I give up. Okay, because like I said, the other day I did the whole lesson. Of course I practice made perfect. I would have said the whole lesson while we did on the third Sunday of Bible school. It's called Cultivating Generosity in the Workplace and whatever. But yesterday I experienced stuff again, man, and I can't take it. I can't take stuff no more, man. Okay, I might just start being like my homeboy Mo that works down here. Maybe I need to start wearing a damn mask in there, like maybe he got two guns or something. I don't know what the fuck he have, but it seems like nobody fucks with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I think I changed my whole dynamics because I'm tired. I'm not gonna be tired like my dad before he died in front of me. My brother, no, he didn't die in the bathroom, but he was sitting there. He's like, I'm tired. In the way he said it, I know what that meant. But then when he went to the hospital, he lived for a little minute. He popped up in the hospital. He talking normal again, like he's gonna be alive. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? But he did that bypass shit. When people say you do the bypass, you open up the tumor, whatever it is, and it releases all the disease or the cancer. So they should have never did that. I mean, you know, or the radiation thing or the cancer thing. Everybody knows the radiation. I did not. Anyway, that's a whole other subject. You know what I'm saying? I really be pissed at a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, back to the title of the video called "I Give Up." Okay, because like I said before, no matter what I say, like they said, the test comes immediately, and Friday it did. And it's funny, the same suit at one time got on my nerves. Usually she gets on every motherfucker's nerves down here. And I gotta say, one time before she said something over the microphone on a different day, not last night, on a different day. I held my peace. I'm trying to do what the Bible say. Okay. Okay. What you call the word of God say. Okay. Okay. And maybe other proverbs, African proverbs, Chinese proverbs, philosophy, blah, blah, they say certain things the same similar as how to ignore certain things, you know. And even before I did that, a lot of times I do that there. You know, let people talk their stuff. It makes them feel better or whatever, or, you know, act like they're a master over me for some reason. Or over everybody or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it makes them feel good when they go home and like, I accomplished something today at work. Yeah, see, I talked to Michael like he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? No, or maybe yeah, work was such today. You know what I'm saying? You know, they ain't nothing. They ain't these people. They ain't nothing. I don't know. I don't know. But this particular person, I held my peace one day. And then when I drive up to her and get a ticket to get another move, she's like, "Oh, Mike, I love you," with a smile. And then I was like, "What?" Then I had to think about it. Okay, what's why talk a certain way to people, blah, blah, blah. And then on the end, not on the microphone, and talking about you love them. It's weird, man. It's like in Sunday school, we were saying like, "Damn, man," or the pastor was like, everybody in society looking for the Christians or people to be the church. Like people out there wanting us to be what the church is supposed to be. But then I got a minister in music. It was Ronnie. I don't have to say his last name. Most everybody know who he is, but his son done passed. I need to call him up, talking about, you know, give him some support. One of his sons done passed, you know, and I feel him on that. But me and Ronnie always had a lot of personal, great conversations. You know what I'm saying? So, but but anyway, Ronnie's favorite thing he always said, like, you can't hold on to anyone's coattails to get into heaven. Now, you know, when you mean coattails, meaning like, you know, like them old Looney Tune cartoons and the conductor or whatever, like, where, you know, doing the clef symbol, you know what I'm saying, to the orchestra, and you usually got that long, like, that coat that probably goes like this, or go like that, but the back, like these long tails, you know, like long, things hanging out, like two things, like, that's kind of like the image we saying about on coattails, and you said you can't hold on to anyone else's coattails to get into heaven, like just, you know, you know what I'm saying? And then even the new pastor we have now, it was Pastor Chris Ferguson, said something similar, like, you know, when it's time to get our personal judgment, whatever, ain't gonna be your mama next to you, your best friend, whoever next to you, like, oh, hey, yeah, we're in line. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying if it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like no, or like, oh, you're too good. Like you in like a club waiting to get in the club or something like, oh, but you know, most clubs back in the day, like, they said you're not dressed properly. You're not dressed properly. But heaven, I don't know, when you get into heaven, ain't nothing to no dress properly or how we say, or masking, you know, um, masking. Let's say, or getting you don't get in heaven by getting certain getting certain privileges like it is down here by kind of like acting or you know, like you say, like, or kind of like I said about the club thing, like you got to dress a certain way or some of them, you know what I'm saying, to separate yourselves from like a riffraff. Like if there's an establishment, I say riffraff, and you know how certain people might say thugs, people might say heathen, people might say wicked, whatever, you know what I'm saying, or not saying that people dress a certain way is, you know, bad or whatever. But this is most people say it like Dave Chappelle show back in the day. Sometimes a certain dress puts forth a certain behavior with most that dress a certain way, right? You know, we got Tupac said a while back, like, "Why get on me? There's a million MFers dressing just like me" in one of his songs. You know, corner certain, you know, popularity of certain things, you know, for music or whatever, even people made stuff, you know, more fashionable where a certain dress may tone down a certain person's alert level to be like, okay, since this is how people are dressing these days, or blah blah blah, you know, it's not pretty much you're not going to stereotype or a judge or assume, you know, certain people's behavior by particular dress. But realistically, realistically, right? You know, if you open a club or a certain spot, whatever, you know damn well once you try like this right here, you know, I'm like, I'll come in, hey man, hey, I'm gonna come in like this today. But guess what? Once you try and let others come in, then the other ones that sneak in, they'll be dressed like this, but their whole character, you know what I'm saying, their whole demeanor is something to, you know, like house parties back in the day. And most people say at the end of the house party, something's stolen. There's holes in the wall. There, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff is damaged. You know what I'm saying? Blah 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 blah. So you have a certain business establishment, you know what I mean, or whatever, and you bring it, you know what I'm saying, and you want a certain dress code. And yeah, fortunately, some people got the wine. Like, beep, beep. Hey man, what you got on you right there? You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, you know, we say we take all these precautions now. You know, even though yes, Tupac was right. There's a million MFers dressing just like him, blah blah blah. But still, we gotta be realistic. Certain dress styles or whatever brings. I just gotta keep it 100. I gotta keep it 100. I gotta keep it 100. Some certain dress styles is like a cancer to certain people. Like you hear some people all the time, I don't want to wear a suit. It makes me feel like, oh, I don't want to wear that. That's it's like, you know, certain people gotta dress like, you know, I never mind. I want to put never mind, man. Well, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Like me, how I dress on a regular now most time is because I work at a place where everything I get in, even driving a truck or a hustler down there, you do this, put this on, take around the seatbelt. In the night, best believe there's a seatbelt mark. There's gonna be a seatbelt mark across your shirt, especially if you don't go down there and go like, hey, I'm gonna wear this white T-shirt down there. Don't you think you're gonna wear that seatbelt? At the end of that, it's gonna be a white. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a pure white T-shirt still. No, you're gonna have a dark line going across your chest. And sometimes some of my clothes that I made a mistake doing something like that, not wearing white, but a certain kind of color, and some of them clothes, it seems like I can't get that certain mark from the neck part to I can't get out of the shirt or whatever. So that's why most of the time, you know, some of them jobs down there, you know, work down there, you like everything you wear is like dark kind of clothing. You know what I mean? You know, unless you did like supervisor and stuff like that, you know, I may try some of that stuff with, in time. You know, getting certain trucks, whatever. Most of supposedly they're not that dirty, but I heard rumors. Some people say certain people have dirty ass supervisor trucks. It depends, but I don't think mechanics be in those kind of trucks, you know, where it's going to leave a seatbelt mark on you. But some reason with these hustlers or whatever, I don't know, it's the mechanics, I guess, the grease they put on the fifth wheel, to make the fifth wheel turn more easily with the container. I don't know that grease is, I don't know, they keep working on everything like that. Like, okay, I'm gonna put the grease on here, let me go in the cab. I don't know if the mechanics don't give a damn about what you know you know what they're greasing up, or maybe that's just all from dirty ass people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, dirty ass people. We do got some dirty people down here. Where just a few, and we're yeah, and where like somebody said what vehicle is they driving? You know what I'm saying? Even I say once, like, I'm gonna start bringing some Febreze with me because I'm like, wait a minute, he was driving that one, especially like certain topics, like what he was driving that topic. Let me bring the Febreze. You know what I'm saying? Because are we? Where's my we got the seat cushions. Have your own certain. A lot of us have our own certain special seat cushions now. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, all them assholes sitting on the thing, and then some of these funky people, whatever you sit on, you don't want they juice to creep up. I know that sounds nasty. I don't know. Just oh man, I'm just saying, like, damn, like. Anyway, I went. Point I'm trying to say, like Ronnie was saying, my Ministry of Music was saying, can't hold on to your coats, nobody else's coattails in the heaven to get to heaven. The Bible said, not everyone that says, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of God. And I think it said, it gives particular kind of things of why not, like, you see me hungry, you didn't feed me. You see me naked, you didn't clothe me. Something like that. And you see me fatherless, you didn't aid me. No, I don't know. Or like I said, you didn't help the widows. Like I say, help the fatherless, or the poor. And then other things like, I shall love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind, with all thy strength. One of the first commandments. I was about to say with promise, but really they said the first was something with promise was with honor thy father and thy mother. And they said something that's first commandment, something with promise. Anyway, I got to remember all that stuff anymore. But and then we can go back to the treat people we want to be treated. But then once again, Pastor Chris Ferguson and a lot of us had a discussion in church says it's not the way we want to be treated. It's treat people the way God wants you to treat others. Because we always say, like, somebody could be born in a bad environment, but they're so numb to it or whatever, they don't think it's a bad environment. Kind of like hip hop when they all certain time for a second, like how people release slavery movies all the time, and people like, why don't you forget slavery? Forget about it. Why don't you just try and fight reparations? Forget about it. But the next following year, 12 years a slave, or you know what I'm saying, or something. Will Smith, and, you know what I'm saying, just another slave movie. I was like, okay, forget about it, but why you keep making slave movies? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what's happening to me at work, or other people in life all the time. It's like, it's a weird game, a weird sick ass shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, why you keep bringing up slavery? But next, I can make up a slave movie. I don't know, just like I don't know, Roots 13 or some shit. I don't know. But why don't keep giving up slavery? Yeah, but people love make the damn movie and put it in your face all the time. You know. You know. You know. But it's like subliminally still like this is how we feel of you and your people. We know where you came from. Yes, we know who you are. But this, to us, is the greatest moment of your existence. When you was slaves. It made this country what it is, blah, blah, blah. You know. I keep 100. I keep 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping out Ray J. I keep 100. Like Mel Crawford said about Ray J. Like, keep 100 or I'm down for whatever. Like, hey, for real, man. Gotta keep 100 on that one. I don't care what anybody say, what people say, you know? But you can say this one thing, but then on the other end, it's like the real you or the real overall how everybody thinks of you or your people or whatever. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. But once again, I'm gonna go back. Scar, I give up. It said once again it said treat the Bible treat people like God wants you to treat people. Okay, then I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I said this to a brother last night. He came up to me in his charge or whatever, brother. He's like, Mike, before this, man, I was about to be a minister, a pastor. Yo, I was in your gang, man. I said something about it, blah, blah, blah. I know how you feel, blah, blah, blah. But don't let them get to you, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing that, man. I'm tired of hearing that, man. But the point is, I used to certain job services fields on the same port of Tacoma back in the day. I worked at JMK Fibers. I went there maybe a half a year ago in my Lexus. I pulled up. I had nothing but cardboard and shit, but I remember working there back in the day on the assembly line, mask on, taking out plastic, cardboard, certain things, putting pow, like certain recycling stuff for working there certain nights. It was certain good money, certain, the minimum wage back then, back certain amount of 10 some so years ago. And remember this Asian guy, he was like over it, this young man. Yeah, he was cool, man. I remember one time he took me home one night because I didn't have a car this one time, and there's one Asian guy I still remember him. Yeah, he took me home and stuff, and he told me his past. He said he's been in gangs, he's be a real bad dude. You know what I mean? But he changed his life around. Blah blah blah. And still remember he was a good dude. You know. But one day, I think half a year, I just drove up there. I was like, "Hey, I got some cardboard in the back and stuff, man. Can I go in the back around and recycle that?" So I used to work here back in the day, through like a temp service and stuff. And so yeah, it's cool. Go back around there. So I went around there, went back in. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's like big old forklift, like big old excavator kind of things. I'm not being careful, put my hazard lights on, driving. I can put my hard hat on and shit. Because back. I swear I seen like a group of Asians, like a group of whatever people. They all had their hard hats and stuff on. That's fine. I must have came on a day where they was doing a walkthrough of it or something, or I don't know. Like I don't know, see the progress of that building or something. Like it was something, but I just drove in there, backed up, popped the truck, threw all my cardboard out there. Like what I'm saying, I didn't have to pay or nothing. I was like, The two young ladies, they're like, yeah, you can go back there, dump it back there. I'm like, cool, thank you. And I told them too, like, yeah, I used to work here back in there. I said, is there certain Asian dude still over this back, like a manager or whatever, a lead or whatever? And he's like, which one? I was like, never mind. I was like, I guess they got more of them now than with back then. Because back then, the temp service it was only like one Asian dude. Well, nah, I can't say that. I can't say that. There was a lot of like Cambodian, Filipino, or I don't know. There was a lot of them that worked there when I worked there. There was a lot of them that worked there. Yeah, back in the day, I remember working there. It was the first time I ate calamari, like the little octopus. I mean, the whole octopus. And he was like, "You want to try one?" I was like, "Okay, let me see." I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "This is good," you know. But I don't eat baby octopus like that, and I haven't done that in a long time. But like, just baby octopus with the head, everything on it, that shit was good, But anyway, I'm coming to point with something. I'm going back off somewhere else again. Oh yeah. We're at JFK Fibers. I worked at Alma Roca for a second. When I worked at Alma Roca, I was kind of on my drunk time. I was kind of depressed, drinking all the time. Really, I may have drunk a lot in certain other jobs, even this one in particular before I quit several years ago. But I was really heavily drinking back then when I was at Alma Roca. For real. I was for real. And then there's certain Cambodians in there. I know some brothers, they probably love working on Alma Roca because they got some of the finest Cambodian women working in Alma Roca. Like a motherfucker. I understand why some people are like, I like this job. How many hours shit is it? 12 hours straight. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? This is my eye candy and this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because they let me work on the road at certain times. I was like, damn, there's some fine ass women in this motherfucker. Yeah. And I met one Cambodian woman in there, whatever. She said she was married to a black man and stuff. And said, I'm honored to be married to a black man. I love married to a black man. I was like, whoa, I was like, cool, shit. I was like, shit, maybe I need to give me one there. But two of them, this girl named Raven and this other Asian, or maybe Cambodian, whatever, gave me a picture back in the day. But Raven at the time had two kids. Other one, she was married with some kind of tall, 6 foot, some Cambodian dude, like 6'7", 6 foot, whatever. But anyway, she was always flirty with everybody in Alma Roca. Like, even one brother back in the day, like, these girls, they need to stop being flirty all the goddamn. They be acting like they gonna give you the ass and blah, blah, blah. But I was like, yeah, she need to stop that. I'm telling you, she need to stop that. But she gave me a picture with her on it and the girl Raven. And that girl Raven that was on it. Woo, man. They both was fine as hell. I'm telling you. It was, man. So just give y'all a heads up. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, Alma Roca. I don't know if they still got Cambodians working there, Philippines, whatever. But man. They got some fine women up in that mud. But the only thing I really stopped working there, I was really coming there drunk like a mug. And one time they had a certain brother, he was like head over the floors, and you could tell he was coming in there drunk. Yeah, this thing going on. He tried to distract people like, okay, y'all be on this line right here. Y'all be on this line right here. But you knew he was fucked up. He looked drunk. He looked he looked like he was gone all the time, man. Oh man. But I was certain levels in Alma Roca, certain stations, floors. I was getting my assembly line thing on, you know what I'm saying? Putting them candies like I was getting my fast on. Like fast, we pick the ones that ain't wrapped up, throw them in here. Ones that wrapped up, throw them in there. You know what I'm saying? They're simple jobs, man, but just repetitiveness and long ass hours. You know what I'm saying? I knew people that worked there, certain amount of hours they was making over $2,000 for a certain time. Back then, like over 10 or 15 years ago, like certain amount of hours. You working hella hours though, but you can make over $2,000 or whatever and something. But you working a lot of goddamn hours. So or you whatever to the Alma Roca workers. Yeah. Yeah, those are some hardworking people for real. You know, I mean, y'all might not think they get hardworking, but I'm just saying from the hours you got to work there and the repetitiveness. But you know, like anything else, you kind of get used to it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and then what else? Get my caregiving jobs. Uh, what else? Security guard jobs. Arbins go to services jobs with number like hella Samoans, you know, and maybe a couple sprinkle black brothers here and there, a couple sprinkles of some Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? But my experience, certain summers with you know, the moving companies with hella Samoans and stuff. Uh, it was a great experience, man. Even though it was hard work, you know, when they you need the contracts with the military base or wherever or traveling far, that was really just cool part, like being over the road and talking about stuff on you know, just chilling, talking, and but we know like as soon as you get to destination, okay, it's time to get to work. You know what I'm saying? But it's always cool to see different scenery and stuff, and certain people where people live and everything. And but the hardest part was pretty much the moving. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know. But you know that's what the job was about. The moving company, you got to move. But you know, some stuff is light. But then, like I said, the other time, there'll be some heavy stuff, and most people in the military they come in overseas and stuff. They like that's why I live the way I live because when they was they come out, take that, take it up to the third floor, and I'm like what? The heaviest shit. Like God, hell no. You know what I'm saying? That made me learn like quick, like man, hell no. But I knew some certain Samoans now. They had like, man, if you would, man, see, they real humble because I know if they wanted to get in the bodybuilding, take over, you know, like Mr. Universe or whatever, if they wanted to, they probably could because man, I knew some of them, man, they was like, hey, we gonna take it up there, blah blah blah. Some of them Samoans, like, you know what, I got it. Dude, the whole couch, the one whole couch. Boom, you know what I mean? The whole fucking couch. I'm walking upstairs. I'm like, God damn, you know, now. I'm like, damn. I knew something, man. It's like it's like a competition of like strength, like like if they had like an award show or some kind of show for movers with the Samoans, man, like it'd be like a show, like man, it'd be like on today's contestant. I can't really say certain Samoan brothers' names, but like this contestant so and so, he's gonna lift this big ass couch. It weighs over approximately blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be like a show thing, like and he says he got it. He said he don't need no help. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like that, man. Like sometimes I was like, man, are you for real, man? Like you got all these people that'll move, and someone be like, you know what? I got it. Like, hell no. Like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The first some of them is like it's like their competition between some of them together. I'm telling you, like it's like they. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like I'm like, damn. Okay, you got it. You man. But yeah. But you know, me like at the time, I wasn't lifting like I was back in the day. So you know, of course, I'll pick up something light or something semi heavy, or something heavy with somebody else. Like me and my homeboy Anthony Manley was working together at his art. Like he worked there full time, but when I did like 2 summers or 3 summers, I ended up working with Anthony Manley because he worked there like for X amount of years. You know what I'm saying? But and I be sometimes with him, and we be moving together, and then you know, but yeah. But yeah, it would be amazing sometimes how some people, some of them Samoans be like, I got it. I mean, it'd be the heaviest thing. I'm telling you, man. Man, like I said, don't have a yeah. You're talking about some Mr. Universe or some weightlifting show. Like no, y'all need to have a show about some of these movers. I'm telling you, man. You'll see it just be man. You like okay, man. You sure you got it? I got it. Oh man. But the point is like I'm not saying that most of them individual Samoan guys did everything by themselves. It's just certain particular stuff. Like sometimes, like if there was a weird like architectural design or something, like it wouldn't make sense to have four guys, three or like two. Like I don't know, like some stuff we're trying to get in and out, like get a move in out. Like if there's a move stuff in or move stuff out, people trying to get it quickly as possible. So less time there. You don't like a certain amount of guys. You don't stay there all day. You know, you get there, get it done, bam, go back to the, facility, clock out, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You get the job done, you know what I mean? So sometimes I understand why someone say, I got it, because certain maneuvers in certain, every house or certain apartment, whatever is different, hallways or whatever. And sometimes maybe two or three, four, well, whatever it can be, it'll be kind of be like more time if more people was on that one particular item. So when one guy's that strong enough and be like, you know what, I got it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If one could really lift it by themselves and just move it real quick to where it got to be, it makes sense. So it's like one does it for the team. You know what I'm saying? It's not like in a way, like I said, like it's like a competition. Man, I take that back. I'm gonna say it was like they're doing it that we're trying to have them do this and go home. You know what I'm saying? So if a particular move can be done with one person, you know what I mean? For one certain item. Now, I'm not saying all items is like that for every movement, but maybe that one particular item, and that one person can do it. Yo, hey, if you like beer, if you like whatever, after yo, get them something to eat, whatever. Like, hey, thanks for moving that, man. You had it. Yo, that saved us some time real quick, bro. And then the rest of us over the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But the point I'm saying is, to JFK fires, to the moving companies, to security. I did security, Puget Sound security. Remember over Puyallup Fair. Working with guys down there. Remember one year it was like a monster truck show, and we was walking beside the monster trucks. Man, that was hella cool. Sometimes being a proud fair, watching it at nighttime, and be some of us splitting up at nighttime. Okay, you watch this ring. You watch this ring. You watch this ring. Sometimes we hear about somebody like so fell asleep in the bathroom, man. So we laughing like, it'd be funny, man. It'd be funny, man. It's like, but you know what I mean. But I don't know, man. It just but it'd be like for a quick moment. It's not like somebody fell asleep the whole night or something. But it's just I can say all my jobs, even the so-called labor, to the hard stuff, to the physical, to the caregiving. I'm gonna say this: is all was great people to me. Yeah, never no issues. For some reason, this one where I'm at now, and it's been the longest one I ever had. The job as long as I ever had. Some reason it's not like those other jobs where everybody talks to you with respect. You know what I mean? No, not talk to you like a certain slide kind of way. Like I don't know, man. What I'm talking about? I mean, not everybody. It's just I'm not used to this, man. For real. I'm not used to this. And then the people talk to you a certain kind of way and be like, "Oh, we just joke around like that." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I always say, well, certain people I worked with in the past, we never talked to each other like that. Certain friends in my life, or just like cousins in my life, we know we don't say certain things to each other a certain way, and we don't blah blah a certain way. We just don't do that in certain respect, unless I don't know. Maybe we come up with like, okay, let's do the Dirty Dozen together, or let's do, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's clown each other this certain kind of way, and then we can know like, okay, maybe anything goes. How you talk to somebody. I mean, or joke with somebody, but still, the joking would be a certain way where you can tell it's not something to try to hurt you inside. You understand what I'm saying? Like this place, I can't tell. I can't tell how these people are, man. For real. It's not like the other jobs I have, where you can feel. I don't know, man. I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? On certain ones, I can tell. It's been cool with me from the jump. But I don't know, man. And just like I did last night, like giving them a piece of their own medicine. I guess, and I said to one of them on the line, I guess this is what you wanted, right? This is the response you wanted. I guess this is the response you wanted. I remember one time down there, some people was talking to me a certain kind of way. And I cussed them back out. It's rare when I do something like that. I remember one foreman, he retired now, but when I saw him, he was smiling like this, like, he was grinning his ass off. He's like, I guess he thinking like, I didn't know he had it in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was Caucasian dude. He was smiling his ass off, but he probably been retired by now. But he was happy like. I was like, what the fuck? I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it, man. I mean, and they always have these posters of like, this is how you treat each other in the workplace. Follow these amendments. This is how you do it. But all that shit flies out the window. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People ain't listen to that. Or there's favoritism. There's like one guy I heard down there back in the day, a long time ago, there's favoritism. And they treat certain people whatever, I don't know. It's like one guy, I remember this one dude, it was like an ass kissing contest. I remember one time he was like, back when he was just kissing foreman's ass, everything's ass, just, oh, you need a little help with this? And this is a white guy now. You need help with this? I mean, he was kissing foreman's ass, everybody's ass so much, like just the way he was doing it. I was like, what the hell? Like, damn, like, I never been like that. Just the way how he was doing it was like he was kissing so much ass. I never been like that. Me, if people think I'm kissing ass by generally being respectful or treating people God wanted me to treat people, or I speak how God want me to treat people the way I want people to treat me the same, it's not kissing ass, okay? But some people do it a certain kind of way. It just seems like they're trying to get a reward or something, or from somebody, or you know what I mean. It's a certain difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, back to it. Like I said, I'm just starting to give up, man. Like even this live stuff. I think I ain't gonna do this no more that much because reality, why? You know, like for real, why? Because it don't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. It really doesn't. It really doesn't because as you can see, it's like I'm talking to myself. All I see is names. Pretty much, it's probably like a therapy thing in a way. It's like I'm talking to myself. And my real life, my immediate family, I can say is the real ones that truly like really love me in their heart for real. So, or you know what I mean? Or if I get criticism or whatever from them, it'll mean something even more from the heart of like trying to correct me a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? or we may do that to each other, but not try. You know me. I kind of understand that, and then that's it. You know, we work on things together. You know, but it just seems like I'd be getting criticized for something, or all the time from everywhere. Work, some church, sometime, women. You know, so women I'm willing to get with. Man, it's like every damn where. Like some of my other brother made a post like that one time. Like, man, I'm getting issues at work. Blah blah blah, like everything. You know what I'm saying? And then talking about when you come home and you got a woman that's nagging you or something, some crazy. Like, wow. Like, dang man, like it's like the old comedy movies back in the day. Somebody just feel like jumping out the window. Like, yeah, I'm jumping. You know what I'm saying? I like the old comedy or certain reels back in the day. Like somebody be in a car like this and they got their girlfriend is watching, and he just opens the door and rolls down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He just opened the door, fuck it. Rolls out the car. And he gets up and leaves, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just said, I can't take this shit no more. Rolls out the car, right? Still moving. Like, I was just thinking about. I was just thinking about the picture in my mind, the video, the real or the old school video when people did stuff like that on TV or something. It's just still funny as hell to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, man. I'm just, oh man, oh man, I understand, man. For real, man. Gosh, mm-mm-mm. Man. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, like I said, I have never experienced this kind of weird work environment before in my life. You know, everything, every other one. Maybe my first job. I remember, other. I think it was like by Sixth Ave. This tall building, like usually got elderly people in it, and it's right next door to a fire station over in downtown Tacoma. Like this old fire station. Then this white building. They usually got elderly in there. That was like one of my first jobs there. And I was a server. It was in the kitchen. It was some black lady. I think she knew my dad. My homeboy sister. I'm gonna say his first name Travis. Uh, his sister, I can say Ashley. She was working there. And it's tall, like maybe Caucasian, Asian mix. Some dude. He was on the dishwasher. Now I was serving elderly there, and all the elderly was cool, black, white, whatever. They was cool, just serving their food. Hey, what you want? What kind of meal you want? Right now, okay, we'll go there. They knew specific meals they was getting a day. It was pretty cool. You know, you know. But like most jobs, you know what I'm saying, you just waiting for that clock to get class and go home. But you know, but them old elderly people I was serving never once gave me no, either it was Caucasian or whatever. Never said nothing racist. Nothing try to belittle me. Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up getting fired because the tall dude in the kitchen, he was acting some kind of way, and I got in his face. And I was like, and I was about to fire him in that fucking kitchen. And when I was looking up at like Martin Lawrence say, get some talk out of Martin. Yeah, I was like that. I'm like, nigga, I'll whoop your motherfucker. I was like that. I'm like, nigga, I'll whoop your motherfucker. I was in the kitchen. I mean, I don't know what he did to piss me off, but I was on that tall dude quick. Like he was the dishwasher. Like he was the most important guy in there, washing all them dishes. But I liked the job for a second, but just that guy's attitude or whatever he was acting in there, man, I still remember to this day who it was, man. But I don't know his name, but old news. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody forgive each other, whatever. Hope he's having a good life now. But just back then, it was they didn't go physical. I didn't punch him, or we didn't get in scuffle. You know, whatever. But just for me to get up on his ass, his tall ass, got me fired. Because I sure probably all them elderly heard what was going on. Like, something's going on in the kitchen. You know, maybe maybe Ashley or black other lady servers. Who knows? They probably came out. There was a WWF TV on back there. We're trying to turn it down right now. But no, it was no WWF or WE. No, it was me being loud about to get into somebody's ass. No did. For real, man. Yeah, so I got fired from that first job because of that. Because I'm just not used to. No, no, man, no. You know, and so pretty much from first job to now, and all those jobs in between, was hella good people. We treat each other right, respect, blah blah blah. And now, uh, it's just I don't know, man. Like I said, I give up. I ain't gonna go in there with this nice shit no more. You know, um, I'm trying to do the will of God. Still treat people how God wants to be you to be treated. Wants me to be treated. I will still do that to a certain extent, but I'm gonna take a notebook from Mo down there. I might come in over a ski mask or something. Something I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Something that this is like Mo and some other people is like where people's not fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Or don't even say shit to them. I be noticing that. Like, damn, this motherfucker don't say shit to that motherfucker. Nobody say that. Or rest in peace to Chris. I think it was Chris Heller, whatever. I think I was the only one that made me talk to that dude sometime. Like every time he said, "Hey, how you doing, man? Doing good. I'm doing good." But once I remember Chris before he passed away, always silent, stood by himself. I ain't say nothing. Just got a job, but nobody messed with him. You know what I mean? So I'm taking something from Chris' book. I'm taking something from Mo's book. Pretty much, I give up. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm really no. I'm done with the. Hey, I'm done. I'm done. You know. You know. And then and then Pastor Chris and others say like, well, if you don't treat people right that treat you right or blah blah blah, then what's the point of that? You gotta treat everybody right, and that's the true love of God or Jesus, blah blah blah. And I'll be like, yeah, I understand, man, but it seems like how I've been doing it is it seems like it's not doing me any good. That's all I gotta say about that. So why should I keep doing it? Even at church sometimes. Like people like, come to church with great attitude and blah blah blah. But still, if I do that, sometimes there's certain remarks, slight things still happens there or some stuff. It's like, you know, I'm just getting tired, man. No, I ain't gonna say like my dad did in the bathroom. I'm just getting frustrated. Um, yeah, I give up. You know what I mean? So so-called friends on here, even the guy that was the extra man last night, who one day I gave him a knife to undo. Sometimes at Madison, you might need a knife to undo zip ties on the pins and stuff. He lost my knife one night, and he said he would give me a new one. He still haven't got me the knife back yet. It's a Legion knife. It's a Legion on it. Probably was military or something. It's Legion. Pop it, switchblade pop up, but people say it's illegal. I don't know. Maybe he didn't return the knife. Maybe he's trying to protect me of not getting caught with that illegal knife. I don't know. Maybe so. But he's always getting on my goddamn nerves. That work. You drive a little faster. Wake up, stay on my. Even last night, I said, hey man, don't talk to me no goddamn more about that shit. I had to be straight about it, and he started smiling a little bit. But by the end of the night, when I saw him, though, it looked like he was about to cry. I'm like, what the fuck you about to cry about? You know, what the fuck y'all? Who fuck everybody about to cry about? You talking to treat me like shit, talking to me a certain way the whole time, like I'm a fucking baby. You're younger than me. But either way, that don't matter, right? That don't matter. Age ain't nothing but a number, right? The point is, you're supposed to treat people right accordingly. Period. You know. Period. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just I don't know, man. And just like I said to the brother in the parking lot, I said, damn, I'm not the Pope or certain ministers, whatever, or whatever people have all across the world. Like, this is a minister of blah, 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 you know, of that nation, that country. You know, the difference is with the Pope and all these people, or certain monks and all these people, like I said a long time ago, they got a place where they at where nobody is not talking disrespectful to them in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You know, if whatever you're doing is for the work for God or work for the people, they are not getting a certain behavior towards them. You know what I mean? So everybody could say towards the Pope or certain so-called religious people, whatever, like, you know, like, oh, they're not hypocritical. They're not hypocrites, or they're not blah blah blah. They carry themselves great, blah blah blah, all the time. Yeah, because mostly everything fitting around them is not people that possibly didn't learn how to be polite growing up or have certain moral manners towards each other, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or if they didn't, they still know how, okay, this is the Pope, or this is that. I'm gonna treat this person right. You know what I mean? You know, like that, whatever percent they don't get. Well, I'm gonna say we Christians are, or even black people. There's a lot of demographics now, or just regular people that's just good people. What we get on a regular walking out this door, walking out your door, your door. You know what you got to deal with on a regular. Some of these people, you know, priests or whatever, they get set up at that church like a pope or whatever, and they don't got to deal with the mess. And if they do deal with people that's uh 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 hostile or rude, or you know, or they just an asshole and they love being an asshole. Some people, it's crazy, they do that. I'm an asshole and I know it, and I love being an asshole. Like, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, I mean, like, people really admit that, like, they love to get under people's skin. You know, they just love it. But like people say though, like, but can you take the heat when it's, you know, can you know what I mean? Can you get it back? You know what I mean? You like, can you get it back? But most of the time, most people can't get it back. Like certain people that get in a fight, and if they lose, all of a sudden, uh, uh, they're trying to sue or something like that, or take them to court and stuff like that. But I bet if they would have won, uh, it would have been none of that. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm the winner. I won, man." But if they talk their shit and get their ass whooped, all of a sudden, I gotta take you to court. I gotta sue you. You know, just you got these people like that in life, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's man. You know, and that's how I'm dealing with down at the workplace. You know what I'm saying? You know, I even told the foreman last night. I told him, I'm like, hey man, hey, I could do Amendment 13 or whatever too. Maybe one day I might have to do it. You know, and stop thinking about the enemy's families. You know what I'm saying? Because I so care about people's families. Because, you know, they might got a son or daughter or whatever. They might like me, but I'm not. I don't like they dad or their mom or whatever. But I may treat their son or daughter great, and I say, oh man, they son and daughter, they real good, they cool. But that other particular jibs on their family ain't shit to me because they ain't treat me right. They don't treat me right. Even when I'm usually first of everybody to treat a person right first. It seems like everywhere I go, it seems like people wait for me to say something first. Like, how you doing? Having a good day. Oh man, it's you know, it's like, god damn, you know. So you know, sometimes I don't feel like saying nothing all the time. You know, and when I hear like elderly or somebody say to me, you know, oh, how your day going? They're like, oh, okay. Finally, somebody else approaches me with how you doing, how your day going, or blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like the small talk kind of thing. Like we don't have to have a big ass conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that big old long conversation is too much. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like people say, expressing your energy or giving your energy out so much. You know what I mean? You know, it'd be draining. You know, especially you know if you're thinking if you're being nice or doing according to God's word that you should get back what you give out according to God's word. You know what I'm saying? But I think in the Bible said, unfortunately, as a Christian, don't think it's wild that these fire tests or trials come up against amongst you, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Something like that. Paul says in Corinthians, Romans, or something like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm not tired. I'm frustrated. I don't feel like I'm gonna work no more. Maybe y'all might hear this like, yes, yeah, that's what we wanted, motherfucker. Most people say that, you know, that white people or whoever throughout time, that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really just I'm really done. I give up for real, man. I kind of want to tell Chris Ferguson and people at church, like, you know what, man, I'm just I don't know what's the use. I don't know, man, being up there as a deacon or whatever, man. It's just because overall, it's not certain things not reflecting in my life after a Sunday. Feeling like heaven Sunday. It's heaven. Oh, I feel like this all the time, or even my privacy on home or something. Like I could, you know, raise my hands, get on my knees, something I can meditate, feel good to myself. I can laugh like I've been doing right here, blah blah. But still, that's not all. You know, it's not continuous all day. You know what I'm saying? I could bring up the Ned Flanders thing. Maybe maybe some is like Ned Flanders where they just all day they just happy. But I don't know, man. But they you know, rest in peace to Phil, whose dad passed away. Who Philip Brown, whose his dad over was over back in the day, True Vine Baptist Church. But Philip Brown was known as one of those guys. Just he's smiling his ass off. I don't know if he's acting like a motherfucker. As long as I'm smiling, it keeps away the negative bullshit. I mean, he was always smiling like that. But I think what happened even to him, sometimes that smiling shit or trying to make everybody else comfortable, happy. You know, what happened to Philip Brown, and just rest in peace. Much love to him. He's a good person to me and everything. But man, I'm not saying right now I feel like crying, but I'm just saying, mm 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 mm. mm. It's kind of like them celebrities or like Michael Jackson or even more people, certain celebrities, like you can't throughout the whole day just be like they be saying, like, let me sign your autograph. Let me give you 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 your autograph. Let me get your autograph. You know what I'm saying? Let me get your autograph. Let me get your autograph. Hey, you want an autograph? Let me get an autograph. Let me get an autograph. Hey, let me take a picture. Let me do it. Let me take a picture. Let me take a picture. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like what the celebrities be saying like that. But then you're a Christian now, or just believing in God. If y'all don't like the Christian term, just believing in God. You're trying to walk the walk, and man, I don't know, man. Whew. I don't know, man. Most people are happy this happens. They be like, even like that foreman that day when I cussed out somebody, and he was found like he's so happy that I did it or something. Like, I don't know, maybe people want to see you crack. Maybe that's what they want to see me crack. You know what I mean? To have a fulfillment in themselves or something like, see, I told you nobody could be that nice all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I mean, mm, 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 mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. But for real, man, I give up, man. Like this lesson, cultivating generosity was all about being a certain way in the workplace. How to treat people right, blah 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 in the workplace or whatever. And yesterday, it all went out the window, man. I couldn't pass the test, man, for real. And I'm just tired of particular tests. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of it right now. So, because hey, I don't know, man. So, like I said, I'm talking to myself because I don't know, man. And like I told my parents this morning, I mean, yeah, my parents. But I talk to my dad sometimes too, spirit. But mom, my family, over. I said the same thing over multiple voicemails to text this morning to my family. I let my little nephew hear it. I let my daughter hear it. Let my mom hear it. My brother hear it. His wife hear it. I'm just telling them, I was like, hey, pretty much because of y'all, and listen to my dad's, dying wish about going to church for my mom. Still, I told her that too. Um, I'm still putting up, with her stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like mm-hmm, like I said, a lot more stuff, but pretty much like I just says, I just give up, man. For real, I just give up. It's just like being this one. I'm homegirl yesterday. My friend. Uh, I say even in front of her mom and her daughter, I said, you know what? We did it. Like people talk about marriage and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe some people ain't meant for that stuff to happen to, man. Because I was like, hey, I said to her, you was married twice or once. I tried my thing with birth certificate. I mean, it was a 60 date marriage certificate. It didn't work out. And then certain other long relationships I tried. You had your kids. I had my kid. Certain people in life, like at least we did it to the certain point of we have a seed. The kid, a child. So, I, you know, I think I think I've done enough of much of things. You know, not everybody has the same life. You know, and but damn well I thought that everybody should get the same amount of respect according to how you treat people. Just by generally treat people. And you're supposed to get that reciprocation. But I really I give up. I give up. Like people say, certain people's life is made for them or whatever. Mine, I don't know what it is about. Even all the stuff I say about the spiritual, the paranormal, all the weird good signs I have, but still, it seems like that don't mean nothing at all because I'm still dealing with, you know, uh, it's like why have all this paranormal stuff happen or something from God? I'm thinking from God, or great personal relationship with the Creator and other things I say and whatever. Then, but then at work or wherever, it's not making any sense unless God and everything else, whatever's in the sky, invisible, whatever, it must be up there with some kind of spiritual popcorn. This shit is good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching the show with me or something like, this shit is getting good. I think like, come on now, like it's like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, man. Like damn, man, like what the fuck, man? Like, it's just, like no, man, no. I understand why they had them shows back in the day about like Wild Man or Mountain Man, and like that motherfuckers be out somewhere way far away, like fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like just be out there, like Wolverine and Marvel Comics, like just getting away from it, like because man, this shit is. I'm telling you, man, I'm not getting this shit at all, man, for real, man. I do not understand, man, because like I always say, some like other they could do the same thing I'm doing. They get the accolades, the respect, you know, family life, whatever. Just everything is rolling for them. Blah blah blah. But I do the same thing, or whatever, according to the Bible, or whatever so-called treat people. It's like I'm getting. I don't get it, man. So, like I said, I give up. People at work, whoever so-called friends, even the motherfucker that was on the extra man. Yeah, I'm gonna say it because you treat me like I ain't shit. I'm treat like I'm gonna say the same shit. Who lost my knife. I keep coming at me a certain way, but it's just bullshit. At the hall, people treat you good, put on some front, but then at work, treat you like you know. I mean, fuck it, man. But but yeah, I was looking at my Facebook the other day. I was like, who I need to delete off this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I was looking at them all like, and most of the habits, certainly I've been looking at them like, okay, you know what, they are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna eventually sign someone like, nah, hell no. I don't need no more spies. There's already spies anyway. Whatever. People, whatever. But you know, it's kind of like that one show, like, for what? I ain't got nothing, man. I don't think that was in the movie. So I'm like, what? She meant, for what? I ain't got nothing, man. Or I ain't got nothing according to, I don't know, man. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. 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 But so once again, like I said, I give up. This is probably gonna be last for my YouTube, lives, just all that stuff here. Like, forget about it. Italian dudes say, forget about it. Yeah, forget about it. Forget about it, man. There ain't no use to nah, man. Nah. I'm done. I'm straight. I'm straight. You know, I'm straight. For real. And yeah, I'm not gay in real life. I'm straight. I'm like, no, I'm just saying. I'm straight. I'm straight. Man. I just like the last message. Like I give up, man. For real, man. I give up, man. All right. It's kind of like Michael Jackson always said. He just loved the kids, or some other people do this for the world, or blah blah blah. But still, in the end, they just treat him like crap, man. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, man. It's weird, man. Or even other people, man, in life. Like it's like I don't know, man. But like you say, everybody's not supposed to have the same human experiences. But in a way, if you want to say it's the devil or whatever it is, you know, the evil or people, it seems like they want everybody to have the same experiences. You know, you know. I mean, yes, people have the same experiences to certain degrees, you know, but you know, like Pastor Chris Ferguson said, and others said, some experiences was laid out, um, you know, in the Bible or stories in the Bible. You say it's real or whatever in the Bible, or through stories my father gave me, my grandfathers gave me, my grandmothers gave me, my mom gave me. You know what I'm saying? Just other elders in my family, or even other elders on the street, other people I've met around the country, whatever, that told me to so that once again according to the word of God, so I won't experience certain experiences either, or you know what I mean. I like to say, like you learn from sometimes other people's mistakes, you know. You know. All right, young children out there, if you hear me cussing up you, if possible, on here, some experiences you may think you're never going to go through or have, young people. You're like, oh, that's just their life. That's them, blah, 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 you know. Or you might say, when I do it, it's not going to turn out that way. Well, fortunately, with this and a lot of other studies, I guess certain things, certain stuff, it does turn out a certain way, you know, with certain things or choices or whatever, because it might it's just be inevitable. Certain choices is inevitable, you know. The you know, well, majority. Some people I hear get to ride a certain boat, or you know, I'm saying like a mental boat of, or maybe a physical mental boat of no karma at all, no repercussions, nothing happens to them for their actions, blah blah blah, and oh, and you might have never mind. There's a particular person in a certain house right now in the United States that's a great example of right now, and but man, I don't know, man. Well, personally, was with people of my hue, I'll say that a lot of us didn't have certain finances, the money. Okay, finance, money, same thing. Finances. Um, a lot of stuff to if a mistake happens, to bounce back at instant. You know what I'm saying? Compared to other ethnicities, are ones whose fortune or wealth did not come by the sweat of their brow, or like Martin Luther King says, pulling up of their own bootstraps. What folks are so this hue to accomplish, and maybe some others too. See who's this? Oh, no, I gotta hang that up. I'll call that person back in a minute. But but supposedly, supposed to once again treat people where we want to treat it, or treat people according to the word of God, treat people what God said, treat people, and I don't know, man. But anyway, that's it. I give up. Yeah, I'll still treat people right, in certain aspects. But I ain't gonna be like I'm a celebrity or something, like trying to sign everybody's autographs somewhere like I used to be at work. Even my homeboy Thor at work told me one time, he was trying to copy me one time. He came through one time. He was years ago. He came through like, "What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?" Because he was copying me. Because he knew I was be like that. So I was like, "What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?" But not like what's up like that many times in a row. But it seemed like it'd be like that. Like it would be like, "What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing?" And all I'm doing is burning myself out, man. For real. Like, all I'm doing is burning myself out, man. Who knows? Maybe there's a person in particular, they love my what's ups or how you doing, whatever. They might love it. They might love when I do that. Or like, who knows? That might fulfill their day. But I've been telling them right now, you can be fulfilled or have a great day or because I said what's up or how you doing, whatever. Okay. Because like I said with one particular lady before, sometimes we know how to give out all the good energy, all the good whatever, but or even advice, but who is there for
Hello, Moto.
but who is there for us when we are certain people feel down? You know what I mean? But I guess what we learn all the time, I guess some of us, the only way we really get that back is what, as me, I got to probably see that as me finally, to what, always go to God in prayer, the main source in prayer, in and out, whatever, all around. I got to continue to be in prayer, you know what I mean? And, maybe this is what's happening where, like I say, like most people say, stop seeking what is out, or approval, whatever, from other people, whatever. Like maybe like I've been in certain ways my whole life. Maybe been doing certain kind of ways, maybe. But I'm just gonna have to go back to overall, you know, like Wolverine or certain people that mountain men, whatever, they're out there by themselves somewhere. They ain't talking to nobody out there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. So you got to go within for real. You got to go within or get close to God for real, for real. And I have to start doing that more and more now. Okay, because I give up. So peace, love, soul train, all that good stuff, and like I said, man, yeah, peace. All right, amen. Whatever you got. All right.